good afternoon, and thank you for joining us today. My name is Jamie, and I would like to share with you a little bit on the opportunities and also the potential pitfalls to avoid in the ERP implementation. So first of all, I would like to give you a short introduction about our company, Inecom. Inecom has been a leading provider of SAP Business One solution for over decades. As part of the B1 Solutions Group, we specialize in offering end-to-end SAP solutions that help the customer and businesses to streamline their operations, improve efficiency, etc. And we have been awarded by SAP, and we are the top partner in Singapore and also the Asia Pacific and Japan region. We have an extensive experience in implementing SAP Business One across multi-countries, industry, with more than 500 implementation. And throughout the years, we get a lot of experiences and opportunities to work with our customer in ERP implementation. And today, we are excited to share some insights about the transformative potential of end-to-end ERP integration and also the pitfall to avoid. So first of all, I would like to discuss about the opportunity of implementing the ERP solution. First of all, what the opportunity that we are getting is the enhanced data visibility and the reporting, integrating various business processes in a single end-to-end ERP system provides a unified view of data across the organization. And this enhanced reports capabilities and allowing for more accurate and timely business insights. And you will be able to access real-time data, facilitating better strategic planning and operational efficiency. And also improve the process efficiency. So it streamlines the business processes by automation, okay, such as workflows, and also reducing manual data entry. This leads to faster transaction processing and reduce operational costs. And as an employee, you will be able to focus on more value-added activities and improve your overall productivity. And then next is about the scalability and flexibility. ERP solution offers a scalable solutions that grows with your business. So the approach allows you to add new functionalities, or you can scale up and scale down easily, especially you are on the cloud as needed without disrupting the existing operation. And with integrated processes, business can better manage compliance with industry regulations and standards. This is becoming more and more critical in today's business now, and the comprehensive audit trails and security features will be able to help in managing the risk effectively. And this is a very important opportunity, cost saving. While the initial investment for ERP system, right, some of you might think it is very significant, but looking at the other side, the cost saving, it integrates all the business processes into one single system that reduces the long-term IT costs related to maintaining multiple systems, or you don't even have to hire any specialists in a company to manage your ERP system if you're running on cloud. So all of this leads to a lower total cost of ownership and also a better return on investment. However, while implementing an end-to-end ERP integration offers numerous benefits, it is critical to be aware of potential pitfalls in order to ensure a successful deployment. And throughout the years, we had done a lot of implementation. We hear our customers' feedback. We learn from our lesson, and let's go over some common challenges and how we can avoid them. First of all, insufficient planning and requirement analysis. So rushing into the implementation without a thorough understanding of business requirements can lead to a scope creep and project delays. To avoid this, we should conduct a comprehensive needs assessment, or some you call it blueprint study, to involve all stakeholders in the planning stage to ensure all the requirements are captured, documented, and addressed. And also underestimate the data migration challenges. All we know, to migrate from one system to another is a pain, but it is a very fruitful process. Data migration can be complex and time-consuming. poor data quality can affect the performance and reliability of the new ERP system. So we should plan for thorough data cleansing, housekeeping, and also to validate all the data before you migrate to a new system. You should allocate sufficient time and resources for data migration activities, which will significantly minimize the risk of project failure. And this is a very important factor, I feel, which is the lack of the executive support. And we need management support. And without the strong support from the top management, the project may lack direction and resources. You should secure executive sponsorship, the support, and also importantly, maintain regular communication with the stakeholders, with the project sponsor and senior leaders in the company to ensure ongoing commitment and resource allocation. And lastly, okay, after the project has implemented, we talk about the post-implementation or day-to-day help desk support. So neglecting the post-implementation support can lead to an unresolved issue and declining system performance. Establish a dedicated support team to handle post-implementation support issue and continuous to optimize the system based on the user feedback. So these are the pitfalls that we should avoid. And next, I'm going to hand it over to our guest speaker, Savanna and Kinson. They will be sharing with you about the stable AI and how it can benefit and also the future facility of the AI-powered ERP system. Savannah, all to you.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining this webinar. I hope by the end of this session, you'll gain a better understanding of how your company can benefit from AI-DP solution. So my name is Savanna from Stable, covering business development in the region, helping different companies to navigate through the document processing journey. So Stable was founded in Singapore back in 2018. We are an AI-powered document processing solution with customer footprints in over 56 countries to date. So at Stable, how we position ourselves, it's an end-to-end solution to cover the life cycle of document processing. We help companies to extract data from unstructured to semi-structured documents and to process those extracted data using our full stack of technologies. We can capture over 200 languages to date and in any formats or layout without the need for rules or templates. We extract the key data points, and if necessary, we can match the data against up to 10 different document sets. For example, a company needs to match different data points in PO against invoices and delivery notes. And we can also cross-check the data for you against the static data sets. And finally, we automate the output and export it into other systems. Our reason for existing is that we help organizations to automate workflows and processes. There's a lot of activities goes behind the scene when it comes to automation, and the biggest barrier to workflow automation, it's the nature of data that you're dealing with. So data, predominantly, it's unstructured or semi-structured, and you need to get the data into formats like SQL, JSON, or different spreadsheets and databases. Take those data in and to facilitate the processes that you're doing. But the reality is that different organizations would be dealing with dozens, if not hundreds of different formats like PDFs, scans, photographs, tips. That's just the file type side. On top of it, there would also be a range of different documents that you interact with on a daily basis that comes in different shapes and forms. So we use a combination of technologies, including proprietary AI that we have developed, including Gen AI, computer vision, machine learning, natural language processing, and good old-fashioned OCR. It's been around for decades, but it is still the most established and proven way to convert images into text. If we're not dealing with images, then we don't need to engage OCR. So using a combination of these approaches, we find the best tools for documents that we're processing. So what Stable does is we take all these file types and documents in via different importing methods like Dropbox, Google Drive, email, WhatsApp, extract the data that is important to you and your workflows and processes that you're dealing with, reconcile the data, and ingest standardized data into systems like B1 ERP, also any CRM system, DMS, or industry-specific system. And you may ask, what is the key differences between OCR and AIDP, which is short for AI-powered document processing? Here's a table highlighting some of the key advantages that Stable's AIDP over OCR technologies. So flexibility, it's a major advantage. Stable can handle unstructured to semi-structured documents with handwritten text extraction capability, while OCR typically requires predefined templates and struggle with handwritten text extraction. At Stable, we also excel at multilingual processing, translating from over 200 languages in real time, whereas OCR usually tackles one language at a time. And when it comes to data integration, our AI can match data across multiple documents. Contextual understanding, it's another game changer. So at Stable, our AI grabs the meaning behind the text and auto-classify documents, while OCR simply recognizes individual characters without understanding the context. So on top of it, our AI continuously learns and improves the accuracy over time. So unlike the static capabilities of OCR. We can also help companies easily scale across diverse document types, which allows our customers to apply Stable to different business processes as well. So here are some of the examples of different business use cases you can leverage Stable for. For example, accounting and bookkeeping, procurement, vendors and supplier management, medical documents processing, logistics and supply chain management, and so on. And here's an example of handwritten text extraction. The rule of thumb for handwritten text extraction is that if human cannot read the text, our AI would also have a challenging time understanding the text. However, the accuracy rate will improve as you ingest more samples into the system. And here are some of the examples that we can extract data from without any format or layout restrictions. I won't go into this too much as Kinson will be demonstrating the matching part later, but just an example of data matching across invoice, PO, and receipts in Stable. We're also SOC 2 Type 2 certified, which is the golden standards in compliance. So in summary, why customers would choose Stable. First, we're a SaaS-first company, and it is cost-effective and easy to implement. Second is we support over 200 languages, allowing companies to use a single global solution. We're also a no-code solution, and with and intuitive user interface, makes it easy for users to adapt, and you can set up different queues to process any documents in stable in as less as 15 minutes. So now I'll hand over to Kinson for the solution demo. Thank you.
So thank you very much for your time to participate this webinar today. My name is Kinson Lam. I'm Solution Consulting Manager in Staple. Today, I'll give you a really brief introduction about how AI document processing can benefit many organizations in a different way. So first of all, you can see that the screen I'm sharing, it is actually the Staple user interface in which you can very easily to manage your documents. So for example, here, as I just logging into the system, I can see those pending items for me to process. It's very easy to navigate to see like what I need to do every day. So just for example, now I have some documents coming inside the system. So how can I make use of the AI, the intelligence to make my life easier? So you can see here on the left-hand side, there are different type of the documents that actually you can process within the Staple platform. As Savanna just mentioned, you may have different use cases, different business unit. You have different documents to handle. For finance, you may have like a PO, the invoices. For finance organizations, you may have some of the customer onboarding supporting documents. Or for logistic company, you have many logistic bills that you need to reconcile. So no worry. Within the Stable platform, you can take in different document types, and then you can make use of this platform to handle it. So traditionally, many organizations may encounter the traditional problems of having the OCR using the template approach to recognize the information because, for example, you have the invoices from many different vendors, or sometimes the vendors will change the billing format, so that you need to spend some time to reconfigure the template to teach the system to learn again. But thanks to the AI, thanks to the artificial intelligence, that the system can able to learn itself. So even though you have a new vendor, you have a new format of the invoices, the system can automatically recognize it and try and use the intelligence to navigate what kind of data points that you need to collect. Just like what I see here. For example, now I open a vendor invoice, and the system can automatically find the right data points for you to collect. In the middle, you can see this is the invoice from a vendor. And then on the left-hand side, you can see the data he has collected. For example, here, you can see that the system can automatically find the right places to locate the information. As you may notice that for this data point, although the invoice date appear on the invoice is different from what the ERP system may need to capture, the system is able to do some validation. So this is the beauty of the system. If the date format is different, for example, what appear in the invoice is month, day, date, year, but what is required in the ERP will be different. You can teach the system to correct the date so that the AI will keep learning what is supposed to be the date format. And the other issue we heard from our customer is that they are really difficult to control the quality or how the external stakeholders to send the documents. It can be really blurry image, different format, or poor quality photocopies. But thanks to the intelligence in the platform, is able to do the pre-processing. It will do the data cleansing, reformatting, cropping of the images, so that the performance will be optimized for the data capture. And some of the instances that your vendors may send the information with the mixed document types, mix the invoice, the PO, then the system has the intelligence to classify the documents. It can automatically separate the documents so that it requires less manual effort for you to separate the documents and then identify the errors. So you see here with the automatically data capture, I can capture the information very easily. Not only at the header level, but for example here, if I click on the table, because for many organizations, the problem is not capturing the header level, but a lot of the line items. For the PO, for your logistic bill, for your bank statement, there are a lot of line items. But with the intelligence here, you can see that the system is able to capture the table format very easily. I can change the way I capture different data views in the table. And for example, here, if I click the process column, it can be automatically mapped to the data points you want to collect. And then it recognizes that, oh, this is a different amounts and quantities. And then the system has intelligence as well to do the validation against your PO, against your delivery order. And also they would do the validation whether the sum of the quantities amount match with the totals appear in your header. So there's a lot of the validation of the data, not only the OCR, to help you to validate the data, to make sense of your data, to reduce a lot of the manual effort. So before that, I make sure that it is correct. Also, I may want to do some matching to make sure that maybe the invoice match with our PO or delivery notes. With that, there is a matching modules as well to make sure to allow you to do the matching between these invoices or with different supporting documents. So with this, if you find that it is all information is okay, I can just simply click the complete button to complete to mark that the capture is correct. And then after I mark this as complete, you can decide whether you want to automate this process, because now the capture is complete. I find that the data capture is okay. Then the data capture can be output into different format according to your different backend system. For example, if you have the B1 ERP system, the system can automatically generate the exact data format that P1 can support, so that in the real-time manner, you will see the exact information in the B1 system, and you can have the real-time validation there to seamlessly integrate with your backend process. So maybe here I can make a pause here, and then I would let my speaker Jamie to show after these invoices has been processed and integrated with the B1 ERP, how does it look like in the B1 system, and how does it help you to seamlessly automate your backend process?
Thank you, Kinson. It's an impressive system. So I'm sure a lot of you will find it very useful, especially you don't have to spend time to re-key in the data, okay, especially with hundreds of thousands of line items, okay, in your documents. So next, I'm going to share my screen, okay, to in SAP Business One. So after Kinson has input or output the data from Staple system, right? How does it look like in SAP and Business One? So the screen you are sharing, I'm sharing right now, right, is the SAP Business One ERP system. This is a look and feel when you log into the system. So this is the purchasing process, okay? And imagine the purchase order has been sent to a supplier, and supplier has delivered the items to you. And next, you are using Staple, right, to do output of the AP invoices and upload to SAP Business One after you receive the supplier invoice in PDF. in WhatsApp. Kinson, I heard you say WhatsApp is a very useful application. Okay, a lot of our customers are asking, hey, if I can, upload my a supplier invoice received in WhatsApp to my ERP system. Okay, so after the upload has been done, right? Okay, you can immediately able to see what is the AP invoice that has been uploaded from Staple. So just now, Kinson show you the very raw the data, okay, in the PDF. Okay, you can see the table that Kinson has highlighted. This is exactly how it will be translated to SAP Business One through the integration. And this is the vendor, John Enterprise. Okay, it's a supplier based in India, and these are all the items that was on Kinson's document just now. Their biscuit, their pasta, their potato chips, and SAP Business One support multi-currencies. So even though the supplier invoices is in Indian rupiah, but at the back end, if your functional currency is Sing dollar, they will translate to Sing dollar equivalent. Or if you are using US dollar as your functional currency, the system does the conversion of the currency for you. So very quickly, you don't have to re-enter anything in your ERP system or in SAP Business One. This is automatically created after it has been uploaded from Staple to SAP Business One. Okay, so and if I close these AP invoices, right, I go back to my system. And next, maybe before I share a little bit more with you on the system, right? Okay. I'm sharing with you a little bit more about the industry best practice. So we have various attendees today from different industry. They are from manufacturing industry. They are attendees from pharmaceutical, medical, distribution company. Okay, so today I'm going to share a little bit about the procurement process and what is the best practice to manage your procurement process. So what I have here, right, is a very, very simplified workflow for the procurement process that I guess it applies to most of the businesses in the world now. Okay, so everything starts from the PR. So you can use the ERP system, right, to source for a PR. PR is where, or in short, we call PR. Some of you may call it purchase request, purchase requisition. Basically, it is internal documents, right, that start with the sourcing request, okay? And this is to ensure all the purchasings, right, needs to be documented and approved by the approving manager before proceeding. And next is, okay, if I'm a purchaser, right, I have all the PR from various departments. So my job is to do a consolidation of all the purchase requisition so that I can create a purchase quotation, which is like a RFQ that I can send to my supplier to ask for a tender or to ask for a price submission. So I'm sure you don't just purchase one item from one supplier. You will make a purchase, okay, by choosing from maybe 3 or maybe 5 suppliers. I guess minimum is 3 is very common practice, okay? So what can you do is you can use the SAP system, right, to create a purchase quotation, what we call it, okay, in SAP Business One. And you can invite your supplier to submit their bid prices and also fill in their lead time, okay, by filling up a web RFQ. Okay, that's the beauty of it. Imagine all the suppliers that submit their bid prices and lead time in the web RFQ, right? When you log into SAP Business One, okay, you can run a supplier bid analysis or comparison of the purchase quotation to see which is the supplier that give you the lower price maybe or the shortest lead time. And based on this analysis, right, you can then create a purchase order directly from SAP Business One and send it to your approving manager for further approval. Okay, and of course, after the approval, right, you will email the purchase order to your supplier and also receive the items from your supplier. Okay, so for finance, yeah. So if you are in finance department or operational departments, you may do a 3-way matching and comparing the purchase order you created in the system against the goods receipt, which is a DO from the supplier, as well as the AP invoice. So remember, Kinson shared with you about how easily you can upload the supplier invoice to SAP Business One automatically using the staple. So this is where you are. You can do a three-way matching, and the invoice will be automatically created using the staple IO. And of course, the best practice, one of the best practice is you should send the invoice for approval, okay? And as time goes by, right, you may want to run some analysis, okay, to analyze the performance of your supplier regarding the delivery performance, or maybe the analysis of their price or the quality over time. So this is a good practice, right, to help you to stay top, okay, on the supplier performance, and also eventually leading to the maverick purchase power. So probably you can bargain or negotiate better with your supplier based on the quality, based on the pricing or delivery performance of your supplier. And payment. So of course, you need to pay your supplier, and then you can then upload the payment details to bank from the system. This is one of the automation from SAP Business One to improve the productivity and efficiency. And importantly, it actually lower the risk of any fraud or unapproved payment internally as well. Okay, so in a nutshell, so this is the procurement process. Let me just toggle back to SAP Business One. This is the look and feel. Okay, so SAP Business One is a cloud system. We run the system on cloud, and we host it on Amazon Web Services, AWS. So SAP is a role-based configured system. When you log into the system, all the dashboard and KPI that you are looking at now, right, is actually configured based on your role in the company. So imagine I'm the general manager of the company now, okay? I have a purchasing process over here. I'll be able to define or configure the workflow based on the best practice in the market, okay? Or maybe based on my internal company policy as well. Okay, I will be able to view the revenue versus my GP for the last 6 years, or even if you want to have more years, you can do that. Okay, the system has a library of KPI and dashboard that you can choose from and publish or display on your workspace like that. And of course, you can see the top 5 supplier, top 5 customers, etc. So for the staple AI functions, right, or automation tools like that, you are not just limited to the automation of the AP invoice. If you would like to, for example, automate the recognition of customer PO to your sales order generation in SAP Business One, yes, it can be done as well. So there are a lot of applications that you can think of, not just limited to purchase invoices. Okay, so if I go to the list of functions over here, right? So this is the standard function in SAP Business One. So SAP is a standard off-the-shelf ERP system that gives you the common use functionality covering financial, CRM, sales, purchasing, inventory, and also production if you're in the manufacturing or even service industry. Okay, so if I go to my purchase invoice just now, right? Okay, I have the purchase invoice that I just uploaded from Stable AI. Okay, so this is the AP invoices, and it supports multi-currencies, multi-locations, multi-warehouse as well. So you can even email the documents from SAP Business One directly to your customer. And if I do a drill down, a lot of customer may ask, hey, my item master, can I maintain it? Can I migrate my data into SAP Business One? Yes, you can do that, so that we would actually import your existing item master into SAP Business One. Remember, I talked about the pitfall just now. So this is a good time for you to do the data cleansing on your inventory list as well. Okay, and there are a lot of other functions, like for example, you can also have a sales process like that. So if you are a sales oriented if you are taking out the sales role in the company, you can even do a sales process like this. And by double click the sales quotation, you'll be able to create a quotation very, very quickly. Okay, and yeah, so this is just a sample quotation like this. And the other functions I would like to share with you is about the relationship map. So remember, just now we talked about all the pitfall to avoid. Okay, one of the important pitfall to avoid, right, is of course you need to ensure the system has the compliances and the traceability. So SAP Business One provides a relationship map like this so that you will be able to track the relationship between documents. So for example, I have a sales quotation linked to the sales order over here, and I split it into 2 deliveries. And again, I consolidated the 2 deliveries into 1 AR invoices for my customer. Okay, so same thing goes to purchasing. You could have a map like this to map up the relationship from the PR to the purchase invoice as well. Okay, yeah. So I'm sure there are a lot more functions, or if you have a lot more questions about SAP Business One, as well as the staple, how can the automation can be done by recognizing the OCR, the invoices, you can let us know. We can talk to you about the functionality, about the availability as well. Okay, so before we open for the Q&A flow, there are some benefits, right, adopting this procurement process best practices. So for example, by fully digitizing the process invoices, right, you can ensure the compliances with internal and external regulations. And solutions like Staple.io, right, enable invoice automation, which significantly reduce manual processing time and errors, and importantly, improve your workforce productivity, and you can centralize the invoice management easily using SAP Business One so that all the data is easily accessible and auditable. So these practices are very essential for optimizing the procurement operations and also achieving the better business outcome.